Hey folks, welcome to another edition of Chronic Pain and the Demon. My name is Raymond Nugent. How are you? How is everyone doing today? Hope everyone is doing fine and I'm having a splendid day. Um, Folks, Monday, another day, another day. Another day, yeah. So we're just gonna have to, try to, go on with this week and, do the best we can, just to get through another week. I'm trying to fix my video here. Yeah, guys. So, sorry again. Once again, my name is Raymond Nugent, and you're in tune to Chronic Pain and the Demon, aka Raymond Nugent. How are you? Good day. Nice to see you all. Nice to see you all today. Nice to see you all. Yeah. So, we're live from home. Folks, how are you? How was your Monday? How was your Monday going? Hope everything's going fine for you guys, and you had a splendid weekend. Hope everyone had a splendid weekend this weekend. Because this weekend passed. It was a nice weekend. And I enjoyed myself. You know what I mean? I enjoyed myself. Went a couple of places and see a couple of different people. So I got to enjoy myself this weekend. What say you guys? I know we're living in a treacherous time, but at least we could find some time to enjoy ourselves. So I did enjoy. My weekend, and did a little exercise over the weekend as well, and just try to catch my balance. Get myself out there. Just to what I mean. Keep myself active. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, just try to keep myself active. So yeah, guys. So how are you guys? And how was your weekend? How did you guys spend your weekend? Comment down below. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know if you had a gourmet weekend where you just cook and eat and chit chat. Or you guys went someplace, or you just did something out of the ordinary. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? You have to enjoy life. That's what life is about, to enjoy. That's what I'm saying. Yes, guys. So another week is up on us. For all my friends out there in chronic pain, how are you guys doing? It's Monday. Today, I hope you guys find some way to alleviate your pain. Today and throughout the rest of the week, and forever. Because I really don't like to see people in chronic pain. It's too much and it's unbearable. You know what I mean? It's unbearable for all of us. So yes. So I hope you guys find some way to alleviate and find some kind of sense of relief, mentally and physically. Because this thing takes a toll on us, and it could moving forward if you don't take control of it, because chronic pain takes you around the world and back. So yeah, guys. So how are you guys out there? In chronic pain. Let me know how you alleviate your pain today. How you find a way how to balance yourself and make it through your day. And as far as your weekend is concerned, how you made it through your weekend. If you made it through your weekend okay, or you had to dip and dodge and just try to finagle. Because some weekends we do have to finagle, guys. Because I do at times. Where you have to take it down and just try to do it one day at a time, and minute by minute, second by second, hour by hour. Sometimes we got to do that. Because it's just what it is, and what we have to do to move forward in life. So yeah, and guys, you see what's going on around the world right now. We're in this enormous spike again with COVID-19. I didn't think I was still talking about COVID-19 right now. I knew it would still be around, but as far as the progress and the way it's moving and the rapid pace, because right now, three states that are so huge that have been hit hard. When you look at Texas, you look at Florida, you look at California, three of the biggest states. Then see what's going on up in North Dakota. What's going on up in Detroit, Michigan. Chicago. New York, big spike as well. So I don't really know what's really going on with this. I hope it's something that by the end of next year, it's gone, because it's going to take some time, and as we could see, it's going to take some time. So yeah, moving forward, guys. So there's a company out there that said they have a vaccine that it's about 94.5% effective. But so Moderna, yeah, Moderna, that company said they have a vaccine, coming pretty soon, maybe mid-November or December, which is 94.5%, 94.5% effective. So we'll see. And also Pfizer, first Pfizer made their announcement, said theirs is over 90% effective. But you have to take Pfizer's in 2 doses, So for Moderna, I don't know how many doses we're going to take that in because so far I haven't heard nothing, but they just said that they have a vaccine coming and coming shortly. But we'll see, we'll see, hopefully, that could, bring some relief to people who are in, dire state, But at the same time, they're telling you about the number that's coming out. It's not really enormous because I think in a number like about the 2-3 million range that's, going to be able to, distribute now. And from what they're saying, it's going to be going towards, the nursing homes and also the first responders, which, we have to understand that, So yeah, that's where it's going to go, for now. So people, like myself and you guys, we're going to have to wait, our turn until, this thing come around to us, But in the meantime, have you guys seen how the food prices are just like ridiculously going up day by day, The food prices are sneaking up on us day by day. I really don't understand why, but they are sneaking up on us day by day. And boy, I tell you, that's something. That is something. You know what I mean? Sneaking on up us day by day. It's just what it is. I went to the supermarket, man. I'm telling you. You walk out of the supermarket. You figure you have a few things in your bag in your bag to put in your refrigerator. You open the refrigerator, a few minutes later, it still looks hungry, And I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy to see what's going on, man. Absolutely crazy, Yeah, the refrigerator still looks empty. You know what I mean? So I don't even know what's going on, because it's just sad to see, man. It's just sad to see what's going on. You know what I mean? Yeah. So hopefully we could find a way to alleviate that and try to do better because even the food lines in this country, they're getting longer and longer by the day, by the minute, by the hour. This morning I saw this enormous line and I said to myself, man, wow, I thought we were getting over the hump, but listen, we haven't even got to the humpers yet, as far as this thing is showing us. It seems like we have, further left to go as far as the hump is concerned. And then once we get over that hump, then we're just going to slowly drill down to some kind of normalcy. Because that's the only way I see it right now. Yeah. And with all this enormous spike, food prices and everything, Thanksgiving is already going to be very sad because of, people who have lost family, throughout this pandemic. And now it's going to be short because of the food prices where people are going to have to buy less. Because the meat prices are enormous, enormous, you know what I mean? So people are going to have to shop less, it's pretty sad, but it is what it is, so yeah. And you let me know, guys, what you think about the supermarket and, how things are going up and how you're dealing with it, if it's something that, you notice or, something you really don't care about. Comment down below, let me know, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up, you know what I mean? Because I'm doing this live for you guys, coming to you live this morning, just to, share some of my thoughts and my, things that I see going on, But apart from that, life is going on and, people are living, don't get me wrong, people are living. It's just the little things that, we figured, you know what I mean? We could be able to, how you say, could be able to live a little bit more comfortable, like, people have, jobs, jobs are right now, it's very, very crazy, the job market. I mean, you see the way it is, I think they said this morning there's still over 10 million people, without jobs. And I'm sure it's more than that, but they're just saying it's 10 million, but it's way more than that, way more than that, way more than 10 million, Yeah, because, they still haven't passed the stimulus checks. People are still waiting for that while people are getting evicted, So what are we going to do with the homeless? Do we have a plan for the homeless? Do we have a plan for the people that are going, insane from what's going on? Do we have a plan for that? You know what I mean? We are going to be facing a lot of difficulties, what this pandemic caused, around the world. A lot of difficulties. Oh yeah, because right now, people with the cabin fever and people who've been in their home for so long, especially the elderly and can't move around because of the fear of the unknown. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to find where a lot of people are going to be needing to go into the psychiatrist and other places just to find some kind of normalcy, when this thing is over. So there's a lot to do, to get us back to a normal, plateau, where we could say, okay, we could balance out. There's a lot to do, a lot to do, because when you really think about it, man, around this world, this pandemic, it's astronomical when it comes down to cost, to every country, pretty much, the cost is astronomical, you know what I mean? To, maintain, people and, try to get through this pandemic. It is astronomical, we all know that, but at the same time, our government, that's why we have funds reserved for stuff like these, kind of catastrophe where people could get some kind of relief, and put their mind more at ease, and just live better and more comfortable, because that's what people are for. You know what I mean? That's why you work, and that's why you figure if you're out of work, you're supposed to get your unemployment, because you're always at work. Or, if not your unemployment, some kind of assistance from, whoever it is, because, you put your time in. And another thing that makes it so sad, nobody caused this pandemic, in this country or around the world that we know of. It's just something that came on silently. We heard about where it's from, no real evidence in front of us. But, it's just one of those things, again, where people are thinking and they're wondering, like, still, like, what is this? Where did it come from? The origin of it, or why is it so dangerous? Why is it killing so many people? Why is it targeting so many? Like, the elderly at first. Now you have the youngsters. It's just like playing hopscotch, around the world and pick and choose the targets, because maybe the targets, some people have been reckless. Who knows? But yeah. It's just the way I see it going, it's just, going like that. And it's very, it's nervous, it makes me nervous, it does. Because, I think, the time was coming where, we'll be able to send the kids back to school and be a little bit more, just be a little bit more, be a little bit more, where we can do things. And, welcome to the chat, my friend. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for having you. Where we could be a little bit more, assertive and enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, Nano, respect, welcome to the life, man. Thank you very much. Where life could be a little bit more, understanding and more bearing for people. You see what I'm saying? So right now we're, in a state where everybody's overwhelmed. People are tired, people are disgusted, people are frustrated, people are just, they're just trying to find some kind of normalcy. You know what I mean? They're just trying to find some kind of normalcy. And it's just so hard because there's nowhere to turn, no one to look to for no formal answer. You see what I'm saying? That in itself is a serious devastation, because you know why? There's no one to turn to for no answers, Everybody look at this thing and it come down on us, and we are like, okay, we all figured as mankind that, we could get through this, and be better, but you see, as you see, we're still trying to balance ourselves. And, we're still, like this, we still have to get back up to where we could balance and we could move forward. We're still trying to balance ourselves. You see what I'm saying? So it's very hard, it's very hard. And, the more information people get, I think the more your mind will be at ease and the more you'll find a way how to, find solutions. That's another thing, where we weren't informed the right way. You see what I'm saying? So I think, information is a key when it comes on to stuff like this, because it'll enable you to, take care of yourself and, make the right approaches. You see what I'm saying? So that's what information does. Helps you to make the right approach. So if we had the right approach, so, hey, health is my passion, how are you? Thanks to have you here in the live chat. Health is my passion. Nice to see you. You know what I mean? Nice to see you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming in. This chat today, guys, we're just, talking about the situation, where we all have to live in, and what we're bearing. Stuff is just so unbearable. You know what I mean? So unbearable. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? So, guys, I tell you, and health is my passion. Going to the food store. How was it? You know what I mean? Health is my passion. As a mom, with kids, going to the grocery store now, it's ridiculous. Can you imagine have a family of 5, a family of 6, and try to go grocery shopping right now? Now they're talking today about toilet paper and all that stuff is going to go out again, where they're going to have to. People, let me tell you something. The most important thing for you, make sure you have water in your house. Not even just juice, water, and some snacks and some food in the house. Toilet paper is always going to be around. You know what I mean? Companies have stockpile of toilet papers. They're not going to run out of toilet papers. So please don't just go run out and buy toilet paper like it's going to go out of stock. No, it's going to be there. You see what I'm saying? It's the essential things that the prices are going up so high and so drastic and so fast. We need to pay attention to and try to grab those things when they're on sale or the prices, you know what I mean, are reasonable. You see what I'm saying? Those are the things we need to pay attention to, because just boosting this toilet paper ego thing, they're just like having us shopping on impulse, buying toilet paper on impulse. No, we need to stop doing that, and take a step back and say to yourself, what do I really need in the house to keep the house running? As long as we have some food in there, snacks in there for the kids, water, which is more important, you know what I mean? Yes, you can have some juice if you want it for the kids, but yeah, that's what's important. Food in the house, you're always going to have toilet paper. I remember back in the day, people didn't have toilet paper, they'd find other ways, you know what I mean, of, taking care of themselves, and they stay clean. You see what I'm saying? They stay clean. You get the newspaper, you wet it up, make sure it's a little damp, and you can use the soft newspaper, you improvise, so toilet paper is not one thing to run out and buy, guys, because trust me, if there's no food, then what's the use of having toilet paper if you don't have no food? If you can't eat, then how are you going to be able to pass, in a regular, like the next day or whatever. So if there's no food in the system, then you don't need no toilet paper. You see what I'm saying? So the most important thing to have in the house is water, food and water. You see what I'm saying? That's what you really need. Not no run out and buy toilet paper. It's always going to be there. Always going to be there. And if you run out of toilet paper, and then you have the towel, the paper towel, the toilet paper, the ones you use in the kitchen, you damp it as well. You damp it. Even wipes. You have a lot of wipes out there where people use. You know what I mean? That you could use. You know what I mean? You have a lot of nice wipes out there you can buy and use. So there's always going to be something to use sanitary for that part of your body. You know what I mean? So we don't need to run out and buy toilet paper. When I started this morning, I said to myself, I have to really get on this live and let my friends know that, listen, the most essential things you need, man, food and water, food and water, you know what I mean? And make sure, you have a backup system where, you try to educate these kids, and keep them, in tune with their school and stuff like that, which, computers are so expensive, and it's a shame right now for a parent to go out there and buy 3-4 laptops so the kids can learn. I mean, that's crazy, that's over $1,000 and more. You see what I'm saying? So you have to look at what the cost of this thing when it comes down to household of people of, a number 3, 4, or 5, how much it's costing, the family just for 1 week, just to live for 1 week. Can you imagine 2 weeks? Can you imagine a month? You see what I'm saying? What it costs us in food just to live. You know what I mean? Me, I'm by myself. I find myself going to the food store every week. I'm going food shopping because I have to cook every day. You know what I mean? Or every other day. I'll put some in the refrigerator, have some left over. But I have to find ways how to, because guess what happened, guys? Few places are open, right? But how many people right now can afford to go out to eat? You don't have that kind of money right now to do all that stuff. If you have that money, you got to break it in half and say, let me go food shopping, and then you put the next half somewhere else where it's needed. You see what I'm saying? So even if the places are open, one or few, and even though we're still risking it and we're going there, but at the same time, you got to think about that money you're spending there and say, man, half of this is for the food, half of this for the kids or whatever. We have to find a way now how to juggle and finagle. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing when I saw this morning about where guys, I'm telling you, November is going to be one of the hardest months. November, December are going to be the hardest month where we're seeing this CV-19 hit us, because we're going to see all the crises coming towards us all at once. Frustration. You're going to see people impatient, which they have all rights to be. You're going to see people in cabin fever coming out and just being rebellious. You're going to see a lot of different things. You see what I'm saying? You're going to see a lot of different things. And who can you really blame for that? It's tough. People are tired of being tired. People have been sick of being sick. You see what I'm saying? Yes, they're tired of being tired and they're sick of being sick. You know what I mean? So we have to do better. We can do better as a country, as a world. There's enough money in this world to feed people until left over for God knows what. So why is it so hard? I remember this morning I'm watching a reporter, and he said when he interviewed a lady, she said she never thought she would ever be in a food line because of her her profession that she's in, and she always tried to make sure that she put some money away for a rainy day. But she said that little rainy day come and gone, because look how long we've been in this situation. She said, I've been out of work, that little money just went by, and now here I am. And she said, hey, it is what it is. She said, here I am. And the line this morning was so long. When I woke up, I thought it was a line for the COVID test. When I realized it was a food bank line, I said, whoa. And then comes, the toilet paper thing where they're talking about toilet paper is going up. And I'm saying to myself, which one is more important for people? Yeah. Then, you buy the dry goods and you look at the meat prices are so high, you say to yourself, wow, instead of buying a couple of packs of chicken, you might have to buy, instead of normally buy 4, you have to buy 2 or 3, and cut down on meal short, on meals, the portion of meals that you normally used to have, We have to improvise in every which way now, because believe it or not, guys, bring your calculator, go to the grocery store and check up all the stuff that you're buying this week. Put it down on the list, the number. Say you spend $110 this week. You put it down, $110. Next week, go back and buy the same things and see what happened. It's going to be about $115 to $120, okay? So every week, you know what I mean? The price of something is going up, And you know what? That shouldn't be illegal in a pandemic. It shouldn't be. That shouldn't be legal in a pandemic. No. I don't think that should be illegal, and that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Where you're raising prices like this in a crisis like this, no, that doesn't really fly, man, because that is just tough, tough. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So all my friends out there, man, that's going through chronic pain and going through mental pain as well, and going through all the other type of pains that you're going through. I feel you guys, I feel the frustration. You see what I'm saying? I feel the agony, I feel the impatience. I feel the tolerance that you're trying to put up, and, you're just like, you know what, enough is enough. But guess what happened, guys? There's no other way. We just have to stay cool and just let nature take its course. Hopefully this thing will go by, and hopefully our government could treat us a little bit better, you know what I mean? So people could at least have something to eat and have a roof over their head. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because look at a guy, for example, he and his wife working for 25, 30 years. Now they got laid off. They're working the same job. Now they don't even know what to do. You have mortgages, you have your kids, you have college funds that's due, you have your credit cards that's due, you have everything that's due. And you sit in the house looking at each other like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? That is sad, man. After putting in so many years of work, you know, now this thing comes around and you sit like I say, what am I going to do? That's some serious reality. You know, some serious reality, man. Some serious reality, you know. But you know what, though? With all that said, us, the people, we're dealing with this better than our own government. Yes, us, the people, are dealing with this pandemic better than our government. And that's very sad. That is very sad, you know. Yeah. And because they have no shame, because they have no shame, they could have cared less. You see what I'm saying? They could have cared less. You know, thank you, health is my passion. Thank you very much. You know, they could have cared less. You see? And then let me tell you something, guys. You know, with poverty, there comes crime. Okay? With poverty, there comes crime. That's another thing I need to let you guys know. If you look at around this country how the crime rate is spiking at an enormous rate. Yes, poverty brings crime. But you know why they don't care? Because once you get into this criminal organization and they lock you up, you're going into their friend's prison. You're going into prison that's already been privatized. You see what I'm saying? So they're still making money off of you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. So they can't lose. And they're not trying to lose. And they're not going to lose. Because of what they're doing and how they're doing these things. You see what I'm saying? You know, hey, you have to remember, you know, when you orchestrate, you know, it's like, you know, you join a plan for a building. So you know how this building is going to look when it's finished. You see what I'm saying? So all of these things that was orchestrated, man, trust me, it was done well. You know, the research was done well. Because quite frankly, you know, it's proven itself. Yeah. Quite frankly, it's proven itself. You know? It's a shame. Yeah, man. It's a damn shame. You know? But, you know, we're going to get over this thing, man. You know? We're going to get over it. You know what I mean? But we still have to stand up for the people that, you know, out there are really suffering. The hard-working people who lost their jobs and right now don't even know what to do. The mothers, you know, the fathers, you know, the young people that went out to graduate college, can't even find a job. You know what I mean? They're sitting there like, you know, I went to college, I can't even find a job. You know? Yeah. 4 years of college, you know, graduate, you can't even find a job. You know what I mean? So that's gonna leave doubts in these young people's mind until things get better. Because every day they get up, they're gonna have questions within themselves, you know? Oh yeah, they're gonna have questions within themselves, you know? And what are we gonna say, you know? What are we gonna say? You know, because we have no explanation for these people, you know? We really don't. You see what I'm saying? We don't have no explanation for these people, you know? Because of the way things are, you know? Yeah, and the way things were watered down and was, you know, presented to us, you know? So that's why we're still in dismay. You know what I mean? We are still out there like, you know, we're like in Wonderland, because that's where I'm at sometimes, just trying to figure out, you know, yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So we have a lot of psychological issues to deal with after this pandemic. We have a lot of violence to deal with because of poverty. You're going to see a lot of things going on because of this. You know, we haven't reached the peak of it yet. You haven't got to where, you know, the wrath that it's going to bring, that mankind is going to take onto themselves. Because you know why? They're tired of being tired. You know? Oh yeah. So that's when we're going to, that's when the real test is going to be. You know, when the poverty kicks in, really. You know, like really, really. You know, that's where the testament is going to be. You know, because it's coming. Because you have to understand, a lot of these companies, they're not coming back. They're folded. You know, so a lot of people are out of jobs for good. You know, oh yeah, a lot of people are out of work for good. You know, And how right now with the unemployment, they cut back on the unemployment. So you know, if you live where your rent is $1,400, you know, and God forbid they give you $1,200, you're still going to need another $200 to make up just your rent, you know. And Mark, you haven't bought food yet. You know what I mean? So guys, I tell you, man, it's hard. I don't know how we're going to keep balancing, because I know a lot of us are trying our best to balance ourselves and our family, but it's tough. And I know it's tough. But you know, guys, you know, we're going to keep on keeping on, because you know, we're fighters. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. And we're believers, you know? Oh yeah. We're also believers. And that's why we're going to get through with this, you know, because this world has a lot of strong believers, you know? Yeah. You know, good over evil. You know what I mean? This world have a lot of good people. In spite of all what you see going on out there, this world have a lot of good people, you know? Oh yeah. So there's a lot of good to be done, and there's a lot of good to come. But before that, we have to overcome this hurdle, you know? And this is a steep hurdle. This is a hurdle that we've never been over before. This is a hurdle that we don't even know how to get over. This is a hurdle that we have no training for. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why it's so confusing to us. You know? Yeah. It's like throwing you in the water, you don't even know how to swim. What's the possibilities? You might drown. It's a big chance you might drown. If they don't try to save you, or if you don't try to paddle your way. Yeah. So that's what this is like. You know? Just throw you out there with no life vest. You know? To the world. That's what this is. You know, you just throw you out there with no life vest. And they said, oh, we might save you if we think about it in the future. You know, we might. Let's see how long you can paddle for. You know? Keep holding your breath. It's very sad, man. Very sad. Because that's why you see the young generation are rebelling the way they're rebelling. Because they're tired. And they're not going to put up with what we put up with. A man of my age, these young people are not going to put up with what we put up with. You know? No, they're not. And they're already, you see it's already happening. No. The young people said, no. This is not going to go through our generation. No, we got to nip it right here. Because you know why? If you notice how these young people get together nowadays, you know, they don't believe in all that racist stuff. A lot of them. They get together like this. Play video game, do their own things. A lot of them, they're preppy, they go to the same college. They don't have time for all that old school nonsense, that, you know, the old narratives that, you know, they've been killing us with, they're oppressing us with for years. No. That's why I want to see this year how the young people went out there and march, or they went out there and vote. Because you know what? They said, this is not going to go in my generation. You know, we don't want this in our history. This is going to be asterisk. You know, young people, they don't want this asterisk against their history. No. I blame them. You know what I mean? I don't blame them. Why should they? Let it stop here. Let it stop here. Yeah. So that's what they're showing us, you know. Let it stop here. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Yep. Whether the parents like it or not, the young people are doing what they're doing. And they're doing it for the right reason, you know. The ones who are doing it right. You know what I mean? They're doing it for the right reason. And kudos to them. You know what I mean? Kudos to them. You know, God bless them. Because without them, I don't even know where we would be today. You know what I mean? Because they brought us over so many humps this year, you know, just so we could get some kind of mind at ease. Because listen, this year, I've seen so many young people out there marching and doing things for the right reason. It shocks me. But that was a wake-up call at the same time. They're saying what? No more. No more. It stops here. Stops here. Look at a person as a person. See a person for who they are. Not the color of their skin. You know what I mean? Not their nationality. You know? Yeah. You don't have to like the person. You don't have to interact. It's okay. But as long as if you're going to approach a person, show some respect. You know? Because you don't have to approach a person. But if you have to approach them, show them some respect. You know? Let love be the answer, man. You know, love is love. Peace and love. See what I'm saying? You don't have to really tell me that or whatever, but you know, you just do things in a peaceful way, peaceful manner, you know? But we're gonna get back there eventually. It's gonna take a little while because you know we still have to go through all these little hurdles, you know? And the one that really bothers me, and I'm gonna say it again, it's the one that comes along with the mental issue. Because a lot of these people with this mental issue, we don't know how they're gonna operate. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people who are developing these mental issues from this situation, we don't know how they're gonna operate. Yes, there is hope. There is hope. But what I'm saying to you, health is my passion, it's, the stat is gonna be enormous. I know there's hope. But if they want to, you know what I mean, health is my passion, if they really want to take on that responsibility of, you know, getting better, you know what I mean, getting their mind together, you know, because some people are afraid of talking to a psychologist or a psychiatrist, you know, not everybody are outspoken or want to speak out, you know, some people act out, you know, difference. People will speak out and then some will act out. And the ones that will act out, those are the ones that we have to worry about. Not the ones that will go in and, you know, try to get things right. It's the ones that act out we have to worry about. And we're going to see a lot of that. So thank you for that, health is my passion. Yes, there's hope, you know. Of course, there's hope. Because I'm a believer. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like I said, it's the hurdles that we have to go through, health is my passion. You know? Yeah. The hurdles. You know what I mean? To get there. You know? And we're going to see it slowly. Just like how I talked in the past about the school system and what we're going to see happening. Just like how I spoke about the election and how we're going to see things happening. It's the same way I'm talking about, you know, health as far as mental, you know, what this is going to do to a lot of people mentally, you know. Because look at a military soldier that go to war and they come back and they have the PTSD, you know, the trauma, you know. Oh yeah. Because mentally they're affected, you know, by what they see or what they have to do to survive, you know. So this is just another way of where we're going to see a lot of mental, you know, because this is like a long drawn, and we've been through so many different battles this year, you know, so many different hurdles that people have jumped over this year, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying right now. People are tired, people are sick of being sick, tired of being tired, and that's why you see so many people in the streets doing what they're doing as far as demonstrating and doing, because there's no jobs, there's no school for a lot of them, you know, so people, you know, when you find time for people, especially for idle mind, oh yeah, they're going to find something to do. I'm not saying that people out there that are idle mind, don't get me wrong, they're out there for the right reason. But for example, I'll put myself in a place then. Say I'm home, I have nothing to do, and I heard that there was a demonstration, and I'm like, I'm sitting here, I'm bored, might as well just go out there and demonstrate, you know. I'm just saying, but a lot of people going out there for the right reason. But I'm just saying, some people who have got nothing to do, they'll find themselves there. And those are the ones that sometimes are not there for the right reason. And, you know, any little thing will set off. And we don't need that. You know, because if you know you're not really going out there for the right reason, just stay home, watch some Netflix. You know, or, you know, find some other way to demonstrate. You know, because we just have to do it the right way. You know, and I see millions of young people doing it the right way. And I'm proud of them. Oh, yeah. I am proud of this generation of young people. I am proud. Hey, how are you, Jeff? Jeff's house. Jeff's house. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in, Jeff's house. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Yeah. So you know, so I'm doing well, Jeff. You know. So yeah. So this year and next year, you know, we're still going to deal with the treacherousness. You know. Yeah. And for next year, guys. You know, I tell you, I'm not a predictor, but, you know, we're still going to dibble and dabble the same way we're dibble and dabbling this year. You know, because when you look at, and it's, I'm doing good, Jeff, how are you? You know, I'm doing well, thank you. You know, when you look at what's going on with the vaccines and everything, you know, you have two companies. You have Pfizer, and then you have Moderna. Moderna said they're 94.5% effective. I don't know if you have to take 2 or 1. Pfizer said they're over 90% effective, but Pfizer said you have to take it in 2 doses, you know, so we'll see, you know. But you have to look at the amount that they're dispensing now. Just a little bit over 2 million, you know. In my county alone, we have more than 2 million people. And so it's going to take a while before the regular public could see that presented to them. You see what I'm saying? It's going to take a while because they said the nursing home first, first responders, and you know, God knows who else, you know. So it's going to take a while for a lot of us to even get towards that area. You see what I'm saying? Where we could be seen and treated with this vaccine, if we can, you know. Yeah, because you have to look at this world. Trillions of people, millions of people were affected. You know, this morning we got up, we heard in America it was over 11 million people, you know, and you only make 2 million vaccines, you only could produce 2 million vaccines, right? So you still have 9 million people out there that need to be treated, you know, and what the 9 million people going to do? It's just going to keep prolonging and prolonging and prolonging, where things are just going to, like, you know, keep spreading, you know, then you have to make it more and more and more and more. So, hey, like I said, it's going to be tough, you know, so we still have a tough road ahead of us. Just think about it, guys. We do, you know. That's why we still have to play it safe. We still have to play it safe, man. You know, just like you're in a boxing ring, you know, protect yourself at all times. That's what the referee tells you, right? Protect yourself at all times, you know. Yeah, so that's what we're going to have to do. Protect ourselves at all times. We have to keep doing that, you know, because right now life is like a boxing ring. Right now life is like a boxing ring, you know, where we have to fight to survive, you know, and that's what it boils down to right now, you know. And I tell you, the people are doing it well. Oh yeah, they're doing it well. They are doing it super well, you know. I tell you, hats off, because, you know, people, hats off to you, the world. Hats off to the people out there. They're doing it well, tremendously. Oh yeah, they're doing it well. You know what I mean? Taking care of themselves, taking care of their family, you know, the right approach. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, we have to face the facts where, you know, financially, you know, it's a big toll, you know, and without money, there's, you know, you can't eat. You know what I'm saying? And you know, people are in these lines, you know, hey, people are in these lines, you know, for hours just trying to get something to eat, you know, and you figure, what's next, you know? Because when I woke up this morning and it really hits me, man, I said, wow, you know? Because at first I did a video about a month or so back, you know, where I mentioned the food lines, you know, in certain parts of America where it was just like, you know, so crazy. But right now it's around America, you know. It's not one state or two states anymore. It's almost every other state or every state you go to, you know, you have to see. And I tell you, let me be honest with you guys. If I get to that stage where I have to go to that line, you better believe I'll probably be in the front row, because I am not going to without food. Because I tell you, you know, no way. You know, hungry, when you're really hungry, that could bring on some pain, some serious pain. Hunger pain, you know, make your stomach cramp, hurt. Nah, you know, I don't want to see nobody like that. So everybody should have some food to eat, you know, and that's why our government should really look at it and say, you know what, man, you know, at least, you know, you promise these people that stimulus check, like, since when? June, July? Now it's November. Can you imagine all those people that's been waiting on that check, you know, out there surviving? Can you imagine how they're surviving right now? Probably just depending on family members or neighbors or, you know, other outlets just to survive. Yeah, election just ran. People went out there and vote. They did their civil duty. You know, what you asked for, they did it. So give them some kind of comfort, you know? At least something where they could buy food and have some kind of shelter, you know? Oh yeah, because when you ask them to come out, they come out. When you ask them to represent, they represent, you know? So show them that you care a little bit, at least a little bit, you know? Oh yeah, show us that you care at least a little bit. Because you know what, you see, when I went out the other day and did my civil duty, I was so proud, you know, to go out and do, you know, did my civil duty. I was proud, you know? Yeah, of course. Even though I know, what's going on, with us in the country and the way we're being treated, but I was still proud to do my civil duty. Yeah, I mean, why not? You know, people have died for me to do what I did. People have died for me to go out there and vote. People stand up there and get trampled. You know, yeah. So I went out and did my civil duty, and I was proud, and I did it. And we'll see what happened. If anything is going to be better for us as people. You know what I mean? And hopefully, the end of next year, when I said end, I mean like this time next year, we see some kind of normalcy, in our lives where people could go back and, live. Your kids could go out and play, you know what I mean? Go to the park, go to the movies, stuff like that, So hopefully sometimes down in this time next year, we'll see a better future ahead of us. Because, you have to understand, we only have, say, 6 more weeks in this month, in this year, 6 more weeks, you know what I mean? And we've been dealing with all of this stuff now for like quite a while. It's not going nowhere in 6 weeks, It's not going nowhere in 6 weeks. You have to look at this realistically, okay? It's been going on for quite a while now. Now it's been chronic, it's over 6 months it's been chronic. So yeah, this is a chronic condition, you know what I mean? That's going on, right? So within the next 6 weeks, we might see a little bit of changes as far as, because they said we have vaccine coming or whatever. So we have to, watch and see. Then the first half of next year, where they probably have the first half batch that they made that could go out to regular civilians, because you have to remember, they got to take care of the military first and all those kind of people. See what I'm saying? So look at where we stand. You know what I mean? First responders, you have the nursing homes, you have the U.S., you have the militaries, that comes first. So when they're making and they're telling you all these numbers, you have to see where they're going to dispense these numbers to. Oh yeah, you see what I'm saying? So that's why I said we're not going to see none until like the next half of next year, as far as people like myself, we're a regular civilian. You might see it come around next year, June or so, June, July, where it's available to us, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we're still going to have to live, through this risky way of life, until, and hopefully these things will work. Yeah, we're still going to have to be living through this risky way of life, So we still have a lot of work to do. But we're putting up a good fight. I tell you, we are putting up a good fight as people. Yes, we are, And I am proud of the ones that stay out there wearing their mask and doing what they're supposed to do. We don't know if this is going to help us, yes or no, but guess what? That's the only piece of information they gave us. So hey, we just have to work with it. At least we said we're following their rules and their regulation. Yeah. So we just have to work with it. It's hard to stay 6 feet when you're out there out and about. Because who's going to walk with a ruler? Because I know I'm not, you know what I mean? So it's hard to, but we just do the best we can. The best we can, and just, like I always say, put 1 foot forward and just keep plugging. You know what I mean? Yeah, keep plugging, man. 'Cause life, it's a journey. And we all know that, So we're going through this journey of life. You know what I mean? The journey of life. Exodus and Revelation tell us a lot about life. You know what I mean? When it comes on to stuff like this, Yeah. Exodus and Revelation tell us a lot about these things. You know what I'm saying? So I have to say, maybe it was preparing us for this. Who knows? But Exodus, Revelation. You hear about stuff like this. You hear about the plague. You hear about locusts. All these things that we read about. Who knows? I've never seen plague before. I've never seen locusts before, but I read about it in the Bible. So who knows? What's to come. Because let me tell you, science is good and bad. Because the bad part about science is now they could clown anything. Now they're clowning things. When I say clowning things, dogs, cats, chickens, anything. So, hey, how are you? Hey, Jeff. My family is great, thank you, Jeff. How are your family? My family is doing well, thank you, sir. So nowadays, they're clowning things. And that's another big part of the danger that, I really, it really bothers me, Yeah, because you hear about designer babies. I don't want to go too far in these things, but anyway, nowadays, just watch and see the changes that mankind is making. That's why I said, mankind, science is good and also science is bad, because when you know too much, then you tend to push, you tend to push the envelope, and sometimes you push the envelope too far, And I think mankind has been pushing the envelope too far for a little while now when it comes on to playing God Almighty in certain ways, So we have to be careful, and we also have to be mindful as people, because what we do could come back and hurt us and harm us, So we have to be very, very careful. You know what I mean? Because I do believe in science, believe in evolution, but at the same time, we have to be careful. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, knowing too much, sometimes you push the envelope too far. And for us people, to eat like a clown chicken, or a clown goat or a clown pig or something that they clown and they try to feed. And of course, it's been fed to people, fed to us. God knows I probably eat it before. I look at stuff in the food store, but who knows? They put different labels on things if they want to. See what I'm saying? What I'm saying though, for the inside, can you imagine what it does to our inside? Because that's artificial meat that we're eating. You can imagine how, it just like terrorize our inside, because I tell you, boy, that's why I said science. I love science, but it's good and bad. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's good and bad, because to me, I don't really think that's good for us, to ingest, But they've been doing things like that for years, oranges, all those things they clown, yeah, they do a lot of those things, you know what I mean? Yeah, for years. But as people, we just have to be mindful and read labels and just try to do the best we can with the stores, so we pick up the right things for our family, ourselves, to ingest. So in time like this, you know what I mean, we have the body and we have the nutrients to try to withstand these kind of hurdles. Oh yeah, yeah, because you have the good vitamin and the good stuff inside. I think you could withstand some of these hurdles that's going around, yeah. Because look at back in the day with the elderlies, they use a lot of different remedies to prevent them from getting sick, and they eat a lot of fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, get their iron, their protein, all those things, helps, from not getting from getting sick. It prevents you from catching certain type of cold or God knows, because your immune system, you know what I mean, it's not as weak as it would be versus if you're eating like just junk and clown stuff. You know what I mean? Because you remember back then when because I remember as a youngster, I ate fruits almost every day, oranges, mango, all of those things, but I took it for granted, because I didn't know that I was really actually feeding my body the right way and developing the right way by eating the right stuff. Sometimes you eat banana or whatever. You're like, man, I'm tired of eating right banana. When we're younger, you know what I mean? You have oranges, because back in the Caribbean, you have sugar cane. You go to your grandfather, you plant all type of stuff. You just eat stuff like organic stuff. And it mold the foundation of the body. You see what I'm saying? So the body can withstand. It's just like building a house where you put the bricks and you make sure you put the cement in the bricks and you mold the foundation the right way. You see what I'm saying? So you can withstand certain agonies that comes towards you. So that's why it's good to eat right, because there's a lot of benefit from eating right. A lot of benefits. And that's one of the big benefits of eating right. Your body helps to withstand certain things. Yeah, because your immune system could fight things off. Once you have a good immune system, certain things it could fight off, yeah, and it could prevent us from paying, astronomical doctor bills. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, it could prevent us from paying huge doctor bills, so that's what that would do for us. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, guys, I want to tell you, I thank all you guys for checking in with this live. This live wasn't really announced. I didn't really put it out there, like I said. I just woke up this morning and, I just saw what was going on television. And I just made some notations, you know, I have them here. I made some notations, and I said to myself, you know what, let me just, you know, make some notes and go out and do a live because, you know, it's been a while since I do a live, and, you know, I just want to go out there and let my friends know I'm still here. You know, I was just busy a few days, but I'm still here, and, as time goes by, you know, you're going to see more lives popping up, you know, here and there, but I'll notify, you know, you guys as much as I can. You know what I mean? Because, you know, chronic pain is what I talk about mostly. But in my life, I also talk about other things, you know, that's going on in today's world as far as current news and current affairs. You know, I just try to keep my subscribers and my friends, you know, in tune as far as what's going on, you know. And, oh, yeah, my Giants won this week. Yeah. So we won 3 games now. Go Giants. Yeah, so, you know, I just try to, you know, keep my friends in tune. But, yeah, chronic pain, the inner demon, you know, that's my channel, you know, Raymond Nugent, you know, that's my name. But, you know, I tell you guys, I'm going to do a short video for the guys who just came aboard as far as my new subscribers. I'm going to do a short tutorial to explain to you guys, you know, why I am in this condition. Because my first video, if you go back to that video, you know, it'll explain to you, you know, my condition, you know, what I've been through, and what, you know, motivate me to do what I'm doing today. But I'm going to give it another short video, possibly this week, just to give you guys who haven't seen the first video, you know, just to catch you guys up to speed, you know, with my condition and my journey, and you know, where I'm trying to go, you know, with this platform. You know what I mean? Because guys, like I mentioned, you know, in other videos, there's right now over 50 million people in this country living with chronic pain. You know, and it costs the cost on the healthcare system is astronomical. You know, to deal with like people like myself, you know, that lives with chronic pain. So, you know, they have the research, you know, the research is there. You know, it's just, you know, politics. And I try to advocate for stuff like that, you know, because I remember when I was younger and I saw Christopher Reeve, you know, God rest his soul, you know, one of my big heroes, Superman, you know, when he fell off the horse and he was paralyzed. And, you know, he went to Congress to lobby for the stem cell research because they realized that the embryo from the stem cell could help to regenerate nerves, you know. So Christopher Reeve, he fought for that. And in the George Bush era, you know, he was, they were on board together, and they did the study, and he died before the study completed. And I'm sure they got some great results from the study. And I don't know who really stopped the study, but it was stopped. And then when President Obama came in power, he picked it up. And from there, guys, I don't know what happened, but now it's privatized. And, you know, it's a heavy cost, you know, just to deal with the stem cell when you go to a surgeon and you're trying to, you know, have some stem cell inject where, you know, you could generate nerve. Now it's privatized, so there's no cap on it now, so they could charge you, you know, an enormous amount of money, you know, because it didn't really go through, you know, the government channel, you know, so they just, you know, one thing with lobbyists in Washington, you know, they're going to make sure they get what they're there for, you know, so hey, it is what it is, you know what I mean? But I'm here and I'm happy, and I'm still going to advocate for, you know, stem cell and other things where could help myself and, you know, other people out there in chronic pain, you know what I mean? And, you know, just do what we can, you know what I mean? And I always say each one teach one, you see what I'm saying? So if you know something that, you know, a remedy that could help me, I'll be very happy to try it, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, I'll be very happy to try it because I don't want to live like this every day, you know? I really don't, and I'm sure you don't either, you know? So of course we have to share tips, you know, with each other, and, you know, just be mutual, you know, and also be humorous, you know, and life goes on, you know. So, hey, guys, I thank you again for tuning in, you know what I mean? I thank you very much, you know, very, very much for tuning in, guys. And before I go, I always say to my fans, thank you. And thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Health is My Passion. And thank all you guys, you know, for coming in today. And just remember, each one teach one. Who feels it knows it. Peace.